Now, while COVID-19 has shown a significant change in the medical field with shortages, scheduling, availability, and quality of care, I chose to pick. Now, my target audience is all women, whether they're in the beginning of the prenatal and in the midst of prenatal services. Now, during the pandemic, most appointments either became virtual, over the phone, and at times even considered not priority. So a lot of appointments ended up being canceled or rescheduled. This forced women to have limited care during their pregnancy. Um, Now, this definitely changed the level of care in the prenatal methods. The initial concern for the changes was the abundance of the overconcentration in hospitals of sick people that increased with COVID. And there was also a high number of unvaccinated people in the hospitals. So that created a lot of fear for the doctors and then also the mothers who were pregnant and avoided the hospital themselves. Now, the level of care and the staffing in general and the prevention standards had changed in the medical field. Um, and with all the precautions set for COVID prevention, the healthcare system began to limit the number of visits and implementing different forms of appointments for mothers. The health topics that were the main issues during prenatal care for COVID-19 were appointments missed and canceled from the exposure to COVID, either by mothers' fear of harming themselves or the babies, or doctors fearing the infection of COVID towards mother and baby. The preventative medical issues that were also not prioritized. There were levels of preventative care that were missed and potentially caused larger issues much later, including significant medical issues that were either new, chronic, or ongoing that may not have been remedied during those regular appointments for prenatal care. The state of mental health for women in prenatal care does increase while pregnant, and those were times that women may not have been able to reach out or seek help during quarantine. And also there was a lack of support in general, the fear of reaching out, unable to reach out, not knowing how to reach out, and the limited amount of reaching out one could make during COVID. Now, the call to action was women taking control of their pregnancies and their health. Now, the research or understanding the information provided that they can remain active in their lives as long as precautions were taken, including maintaining their appointments, making appointments, and living life unafraid. The point for that action would be that COVID created fear amongst the entire world. But to give women the empowerment of, as long as they are doing what they need to do, they should not fear to reach out and take care of their bodies, their pregnancies, and their health. The goals and the behavior change that I would want to create are three main ones, is to educate, promote, and to prevent. Now, we all know knowledge is power, and I would provide services to mothers in all economic, physical, mental levels of pregnancies. Now, education would be to take control of their own bodies and health, and would provide constant knowledge of what the body does, what the body may do, how to manage certain illnesses, how to take care of themselves, how to prevent certain things, when to make those calls that are absolutely needed, promotion, quantity in masses, even if they are quarantined and are afraid to get out of the house, to be able to still promote to these mothers who are at home or leave the house occasionally, and making sure that we are promoting and advertising their health and their freedom to be able to take care of themselves during prenatal health by promoting and marketing these tools in all social places, expand where their support can be located for care, such as social media, texting, daycares, schools, and even word of mouth from other friends, and keep reminding them that the help and the support is out there. And prevention. You help detect and prevent. Begin prevention at the early stages and avoid missing health issues. And continue to educate to them that it is important to go to all their appointments. Are giving women the confidence to take their independence and strength, whether it be mentally or physically, to take care of themselves and their family. They are given those decisions by simply giving them the information that they would need to make those decisions for themselves.